Hello, once again, you're welcome to Frontline TV, and today we're going to be sampling more of the newspaper headlines and also to keep you abreast with the happenings in Nigeria and even beyond, or should I say behind the scenes. You'll be intimated, and don't forget any of the newspaper headlines and the name of the newspaper that interests you. You can go to the newspaper stand and also pick a copy. Well, today I'm not be doing it alone. I have a friend, a colleague in the media, and he is going to be with me, and then we're going to sample the newspaper headlines together with him. Good morning, and you're welcome.
Thank you so much. You're welcome to the program too. Glad to be here.
All right, we're going to start with the Matrix newspaper. The leading story that's from the Matrix newspaper says Tinubu constitutes national delegation for Nigeria-US security partnership. Rebadu, Tugar, Badaru, Tunji Ojo, Doro, Oluyede, Egbechekun make the list. And police pulled out 11,566 personnel from VIP escort roles, says the IGP, and also Indume to the federal government reduce NAS spending to boost security funding. There is a part of this leading story from the Matrix newspaper which says police pulled out 11,566 personnel from VIP escort roles. This one is coming from the IGP because it has to do with the constituted national delegation for the Nigerian-US security partnership. Now, where do you stand on this issue of the personnel that were pulled out? Because sometimes back, just some few days ago, I saw a clip that has to do with one of the Senate, I think, member saying that they please shouldn't do that because their life is going to be at risk or something like that. But do you think it's a wonderful development, or is it a good development?
What the president did, I support it 100%. Because the president has realized that the life of every other Nigerian equals to the life of a senator. So for a senator coming out to say that he is not in support of it, I see it as a disservice to the nation.
Okay.
All of us should wholeheartedly support what the president does positively. So if the president says, this or that big ogas, you don't need police escort. Please, this police should be posted to the schools or other critical places so that Nigeria's life will be better and security managed. So it's better for us to go the present way.
Okay, there we have it. It's coming from the Matrix newspaper.
And I wanted to a little bit put on the delegate for the United Nations, US security partnership. I think it's long overdue.
Really? Do you think so?
Yes, because this should have been done even before the threat from Trump came in.
Okay.
Because our security was not too strong.
But don't you think that issue of Trump was actually
a wake-up call?
It was a wake-up call, but I think it's not actually a threat.
It's not a threat. Thank you. If I use the word threat, it was not a threat. It was a wake-up call. It was a good wake-up call. And whoever is supposing it doesn't really have Nigeria at heart, the way I'm looking at it. Because if we don't like it, Nigeria shouldn't have sent a delegate to United States. But sending a delegate to US shows that we really appreciate that prompt notice which Trump sent to us.
Okay. All right, now we'll be going on ahead with other leading stories. Guinea-Bissau coup, ECOWAS kicks, suspends country from bloc. Ex-President Jonathan safe back in Nigeria. That's the federal government is assuring us. And after months of speculation, El Rufai officially joins ADC. Now, going back to this issue of the Guinea-Bissau coup, the ECOWAS is kicking, suspends country from bloc. How do you react to that?
There must be something fishing in West Africa that is making our countries in West Africa to go the junta way.
Okay.
Mali is now under military rule. Burkina Faso under military rule. Niger under military rule. Chad under military rule. Guinea-Bissau under military rule. And by extension, Sudan. If you look at that belt, only the Maghreb, Morocco, Tunisia, Sudan, they are not under military rule. Then if you come to the forest belt, Nigeria, Togo, Cameroon, Ghana, whatever. But that belt, that savannah belt, why is military taking over? There must be something wrong with other democracies existing. Probably Nigeria as a big brother may not be playing democracy very well. That is why those other smaller countries in quotes are not finding it comfortable living their country under the hands of dubious politicians, so to say, in quotes.
Okay. Now, in front of the Matrix newspaper, we have a picture here of the Nobel laureate talking about Professor Wallace Soyinka being presented with a Distinguished Leadership Award by former President, Chartered Institute of Logistics and Transport, Nigeria. And in the middle, that's Barrister Form Usoro, and the President, CILT Nigeria, Dr. Boboye Oyeyemi, at the investiture of Dr. Boboye at the NIA. Now, that's the picture in front of the Matrix newspaper. But we still have it that Niger communities targeted, 24 abducted, blind man mutilated, and gunmen attack Ngige's convoy, kill policeman and woman filming incident. And still from the front of the Matrix newspaper, court orders federal government and 36 states to provide free basic education. So, these are some of the leading stories. I don't know which...
I will take that of basic education first.
Okay.
I think Nigeria as a country, at this point in time, there is no state in Nigeria that shouldn't have free primary and secondary school. If you call secondary education basic, fine and good. I don't know where it falls into. I mean, from JSS1 to SS3. Nigeria at this point in time we shouldn't be paying for our children. Should be paying, giving the bulk of what people in the Senate, National Assembly, people in government receive as their own monthly wages. Our children in Nigeria shouldn't be paying for anything school fees, even uniform should be given to them free. Given the amount of money Nigeria pump into governance, we'll put a lot of money into governance. So be that as it may, the basic education aspect of Nigeria shouldn't be something be paid for. Even children in under 5 years should be hospital free for anything that is happening to them.
That's your sincere
That is my suggestion, yes.
Yes, and it's a good thing that the court has ordered the federal government and the 36 states to provide free basic education. Now, that's the much we're going to take from the Matrix. We're now going to move over to First Daily newspaper. The leading story from the First Daily newspaper, VIP protection shakeup. CJN, Wike, Atiku, Sambo affected. Police withdraws 11,566 officers from VIPs, or shall I say VIP duties in nationwide recall. All because I know there's this issue of the security waves on the things that have been happening in the country. So VIP protection shakeups, CJN, Wike, Atiku, Sambo affected. These are some of the dignitaries in Nigeria that have been affected by that order. And Tinubu approves delegation for Nigeria-US Joint Security Group. We've also heard that one from the Matrix newspaper. And the topmost part of the First Daily newspaper says, Jonathan safe and out of Guinea-Bissau. Federal government confirms. This one is reps to federal government evacuate Nigerians trapped in Guinea-Bissau immediately. And also, IBR Security Governor OT sets high bar for incoming GOC. Let me now pause there a little bit because I know there may be one thing.
Yes, I want to look at the issue of Jonathan being trapped in Guinea-Bissau and how he left Guinea-Bissau with his team. It has been alleged from different quarters that it was the Ivorian government, that is Burkina Faso, what they call it, Ivorian, yes, Côte d'Ivoire.
Okay.
The government of Côte d'Ivoire that provided either their presidential jet or private jet to evacuate somebody like Goodluck Jonathan.
Okay.
Which Nigeria is the biggest democracy in Africa. Yes, Nigeria is the biggest democracy. When that thing happened, we should have alerted our diplomatic chains to make sure that somebody like Goodluck Jonathan is not allowed there for more than 1 hour.
Okay.
But how come a foreign country, we don't know whether it was a collaboration between Nigeria and Côte d'Ivoire, I don't know. But for the fact that it was done with a different colors flagship aeroplane,
Okay.
I don't think it speaks well for our own international diplomacy.
But the good thing is that Jonathan is
back and safe.
And safe, yes. And there's a picture in front of the First Daily that shows the Oyo State Governor Seyi Makinde speaking with community leaders and project officials during his inspection of the Ologuneru axis of the circular road, reassuring residents that no property will be demolished without full compensation.
Musa, that is where I want to. Compensating people appropriately is very important. And this, also too, compensating people wrongly is not good. Because, you know, if you go to some Nigerian cities, let's take where I stay in Jalingo for an example. Some people violate the building pattern of the areas, violate it, then build, waiting when government will come and compensate
them.
if that place will be demolished.
Which means there's a possibility they do need
Deliberately.
because they just want the compensation.
Yes. So if those that are their houses affected are compensated properly, fine and good. But if your property is not properly situated and is demolished, if government compensates you with 1 naira, don't make noise because you set the standard for what happened to you.
All right, now still moving over to some of the leading stories from the First Daily. Gunmen attack Ngige's convoy, injure police escort, and also Senate moves to classify kidnapping as terrorism. And the bottom part of it has it that EFCC arraigns Warri Archbishop over Naira abuse. And the last but not the least, gunmen abduct villagers in fresh Niger attacks as insecurity rises, most unfortunately. But we just know that very soon, Nigerians will be able to get a sigh of relief.
Let's hope it works out that way.
Yes. Now we're going to move over to the Daily Independent. The Daily Independent, the leading story says, Nigeria's health system at breaking point, Minister warns. Nigeria's health system at breaking point, Minister warns. Tinubu's directive, 11,566 policemen attached to VIPs withdrawn, says the IGP. And federal government moves to end $4 billion loss from EU deforestation regulation. And also, Jonathan Safe evacuated from Guinea-Bissau, says the federal government. Tinubu names Ribadu to lead US-Nigeria joint working group. And from the top part of the Daily Independent, Wike demands update from Defense Ministry over disputed Abuja land, and 24 persons abducted in fresh bandits attack on Niger community.
Musa, I want to just talk on deforestation largesse you mentioned here. To the best of my knowledge, I don't think Nigeria has an effective roadmap to reforestation, because the system which we see in place, the ordinary person doesn't have access to coal to cook. The ordinary person doesn't have cheap electricity to cook with. The ordinary person doesn't have cheap gas to cook. The ordinary person doesn't have kerosene.
That is even if kerosene is still
available.
existing.
So how do you think this afforestation will work? The government should be very, very meticulous and articulating, finding a way to balance the rate of electricity and the rate of gas. If you put electricity at a very high tariff and gas at a very high rate, there is no way the common man will not go and cut the bush. There is no way it will not. There will not be conflict between government officials and people who are using firewood to cook. You ask yourself, how much is a kilogram of gas in Nigeria? How much is 1 unit of electricity? If all these things are high, you are preaching about people don't cut the forest. It will just be falling on deaf ears, because there is no articulate measure to make sure that people do not cut forest illegally.
That's true. All right, now that's the much we're going to take from the Daily Independent. You're still watching Frontline TV, and we're giving you newspaper headlines. The next leading newspaper is Vanguard. Vanguard newspaper. This is most unfortunate. This is the leading story. Bandits kidnap pregnant woman, 30 others in Niger and the Federal Capital Territory. Kaduna Anglican priest dies in kidnappers' den. We are inches away from crushing banditry. This one is coming from the Defense Minister, Badaru. And IGP redeploys 11,566 police personnel to underserved communities. That's the leading story from the Vanguard newspaper. And the picture shows the former president of Nigeria talking about Dr. Goodluck Ebele Jonathan as he was taken away, or shall I say on his way back. That's the departure from the crisis of Guinea-Bissau, and also the picture showing him arriving I think Abuja. Yes, that's the picture is showing former President Goodluck Jonathan being escorted out of Bissau, the capital of Guinea-Bissau, by members of the new military junta. And the picture above that write-up shows his arrival at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja, yesterday in the evening. And also, we have another story here talking about Trump. Tinubu approves membership for US-Nigeria Working Group, and gunmen attack Ngige's convoy in Anambra, kill
Same
one,
story.
yes, kill one and injured others, also carrying the same similar story. That's the much from the Vanguard newspaper.
Yes,
But
let me just add a little bit to this issue of redirecting over 11,000 policemen.
11,566.
In what are the value added? What values are we going to add in their services? If you look at Nigerian police, some of them have been working with the same condition that you find in Nigeria in 1970.
No improvement.
No improvement. There is no. I cannot see any Nigerian policeman with a cap, with a, what they call it, cap camera, a pocket camera,
Okay.
which is supposed to record whatever thing is happening. It's not much, except apart from the way Nigeria budgets. If Nigeria were to budget appropriately, every Nigerian policeman should have a pocket camera.
Which is another good suggestion because of what is actually happening now.
Yes, because if General Buba, late General Buba, M. Buba, M. Oba that was killed, had a pocket camera on Wi-Fi,
what more of the
what
Nigerian
more?
police?
If he had it, the circumstance would have been a different story.
Okay.
But if you now withdraw 11,000 Nigerians, what value are you going to add to Nigerian police services?
11,566 personnel.
Personnel, whatever thing, whatever number. The point I'm going to make is add value to their services. Let them not work as if they're working in 1980. Police should have gadgets, not just phones. Police should have things that will transmit reports straight to the headquarters offices immediately. Not, and it should be on, because at times, and also police, their own attitude also should change, because the way police mingle with people, at times they belittle their quality and their standards. You see police talking to people anyhow, or maybe downgrading their values. No, it shouldn't
or
be so.
even the people that are supposed to obey instructions
Will not obey them.
They will not be talking to them as if they're talking to their mates.
Thank you. So there should be a hype in their reasoning and in their training, so that the quality of the police we need should be used effectively in our societies.
Well, we just hope that they will hear and the message will get to the appropriate quarters. Now we're going to take a look at the Punch newspaper. The Punch newspaper leading story says Safe Schools project stalls in 30 states as abduction rise. States fail to release co-funding. And also Senate begins probe of 145 billion naira Safe Schools fund. Ododo confirms bandits relocation to Kogi. This is another
bandit relocation
to Kogi.
Bandit
relocation to
Ododo, the governor of Kogi State.
Yes.
I don't understand. Is he now the PRO of the bandits?
Well, I think it's he's confirming that they have relocated,
which means he knows where they were.
So, which means again they are going to definitely do something about it. All right, the topmost part of the Punch newspaper says NNPCL spent 17.5 trillion naira securing fuel pipelines, others in 12 months. And also, business leaders reject proposed beverage tax hike. VIPs move to engage NSCDC over 11,000 policemen's recall. That's the much from the front of the Punch newspaper. Now, before you come up with your own, let's quickly take a look at the Guardian newspaper.
Okay.
The Guardian newspaper, armed attacks intensify as Tinubu OK's US-Nigeria security plan. Other tabloids have also carried the same story. How renewed terrorism exposes old, weak security underbelly. And also, reps vote on constitutional review on December 10th. IG claims 11,566 police officers withdrawn from VIPs, orders intelligence policing. Democracy under strain as fresh coup hits West Africa, draws condemnations. Now, where do you stand on these leading stories from the Guardian newspaper?
Also, I also really want to only touch, among others, the issue of democracy in West Africa.
Okay.
West African politicians are not setting good standard for democracy to strive.
Why do you say so?
Well, good. Thank you, Musa. You see, if there is a coup today here, there is a coup tomorrow there, you may ask, why must there be coup within this belt? If you look at the Maghrebs, there have been no coups apart from the Arab Spring. There has been no military takeover. Why? Which means probably the way they are running it and they're developing. The next World Cup will be hosted between Spain, Portugal, and I think Morocco. Imagine Morocco holding a World Cup, something international. So if West Africa is always besieged with problem, people will look us as primitive people. Why? Because of the activities and the way politicians consume the Commonwealth.
Okay.
The way the politicians consume the Commonwealth.
I get your point.
That is why the democracy in West Africa seems to be on a shaky level.
Okay.
Until politicians change their attitude regarding public fund, because in West Africa might be a recurrent incident from now even till in the next 5 years. It may not stop.
Well, we're not praying for that to continue.
We are not, but except the politicians change their mode of practice.
Yeah. All right, now we're going to take a look at the newspaper you can trust, which is second to the last newspaper for today. That is Daily Trust newspaper. Daily Trust newspaper, the leading story has it that bandits abduct 6 girls, a boy in the Federal Capital Territory. And Dahiru Bauchi of blessed memory today, his life and times, Dahiru Bauchi from 1927 to 2025. And also they're still carrying the same story with other tabloids about the 11,566 policemen withdrawn from VIP duties. And also PDP crisis, Lamido urges reconciliation caretaker committee. AFDB's loan to Nigeria hits $5.1 billion. And also Shetima others for IPI conference in Abuja. That's the Daily Trust newspaper just has few leading stories. So now the last newspaper for this morning, coming to you from Frontline TV, is The Nation. The Nation newspaper. Don't worry, we're going to have a little bit of sports. I know you're getting up towards that one because I know how much you're also in love with the issue of sports. A little bit about sports, but first let's take the last tabloid for today. That is The Nation newspaper. The leading story: Nigeria-US joint working group to hold security talks. National Assembly Ribadu leads federal government team and also coordinated abductions of 42 in Niger FCT suburb. And the World Bank canvasses slash of import tariffs to lower inflation. The top part of The Nation newspaper is talking about a new excise bill could undermine president's fiscal reform agenda. Organized private sector is warning concerning that one.
I don't have much to say here. All I want to talk about is the call on government to reduce import tariff.
Import tariff to lower inflation.
Musa, people are saying that food item has crashed. What crashed? Is it not only rice and beans and maize? The bread has not crashed because other components that used to making bread are still imported.
And some of them, I think they're still on the high side.
On the high side. The cost of fertilizer has not reduced. So the point is very, very important. If we really want to dodge inflation, reduce it, we have to look at what must we really hike the tariff on. Hiking tariff on everything is not needed. What needed is
for now.
What we need now is to ask ourselves, how do we produce more locally?
Okay.
If we produce more locally, that means we have more to sell. If you go to Ivory Coast today, there are 2 brothers that have opened the chocolate industry, which is the biggest chocolate manufacturer in Africa for today. They leveraged on the point that Ivory Coast has a very good, in fact, it's either the second or the third largest cocoa producer in the world. But before, almost 80% was exported. But today, with this chocolate industry, these 2 brothers has been able to cut it by about 40%. So if Nigeria should leverage on that kind of example and say, let us see what we can add values to what we produce here, like the shea butter we are wasting here, like the cocoa, like even our own cocoa and the rubber we are wasting, add value to it, produce, give it touches here so that we sell it as a product, not as raw materials. We make more money and reduce the tariff on imported goods.
Thank you very much. You're still on Frontline TV. We're going to have a little bit of sports, but for music, especially reggae lovers, it's most unfortunately that we have lost Jimmy Cliff.
Yes.
I think you're going to give us a little bit of inputs concerning that one. It's most unfortunate for so many. I'm also a reggae lover, and I was really, my spirit was down when I learned about the death of Jimmy Cliff. and he has contributed immensely to the reggae music industry. So we'll just want to join others to commiserate about the demise of Jimmy Cliff. But first, let's have a little bit of sports.
Okay, Musa, I just want to start with Nigeria's Premier Soccer League. You see, Nigeria Premier Soccer League is very, very different from the English Premier Soccer League because every year in England, you expect either Man City, Liverpool, this, or name it, or Arsenal to win the league. It is not so in Nigeria. The current leaders now, the current holders, Remo Stars, got it from Enugu Rangers. Enugu Rangers got it from Enyimba. Enyimba got it from Rivers United. Rivers United took it from Akwa Ibom United. So what we are saying is that Nigerian league is very, very competitive. It might not have much money. We might not be as buoyant as those in South Africa or maybe the league in Egypt or the league in Morocco, where you have one or two clubs always winning the league every year.
Okay.
In Nigeria, it's not like that. You can never bet. Like this year, who knows that Nasarawa United will be at top of the league for now, though the league is almost just halfway. Let's go to the current matches for this weekend and see where it will happen. Nasarawa United is, like I said earlier, is on the top with 14 points. And you have Ikorodu City 13, Niger Tornadoes 12, Abia Warriors 4th, and Academy Warriors 5th. For the matches coming up this weekend, it will be very lively because Bendel Insurance will lock horns against Wiki Tourists rather. And Shooting Stars of Ibadan, who are seemingly almost at the bottom, will be locking horns with another team that is there, El Academy Warriors. Let's go to Europe, Musa. This week, it has been a very beautiful week for some clubs and very bad for some.
Very humiliating.
Very humiliating. Like clubs like Liverpool. Liverpool lost in the Premiership last weekend. And within the week, they also lost in the UEFA Champions League. Man City lost in the Premiership last weekend. And within the week, they also lost in the UEFA Champions League. But teams like Chelsea won their match last weekend. And the UEFA Champions League, they also won. Arsenal won their match last weekend in the Premiership by 4 goals to 3. And also in the UEFA Champions League, they were 3 goals to 1. They won. Madrid won 4 goals against their opponents 3-1. So we can see that the big are getting bigger and the smaller are getting smaller. So the question is, for the weekend in English Premiership, where you are going to have the big teams, the first and the second meeting over the weekend, talking about Arsenal and Chelsea, it's going to be a derby. It's going to be an all-London derby again. Arsenal is from London. Chelsea is from London. They're playing the matches there together.
Clash of the Titans.
Yeah, so who knows what will happen? So if you think Arsenal is going to pick the 3 points, let us know. If you think it's Chelsea, let us know. For me, I think Nigerians there will do us better. You know, there are more Nigerians in Arsenal than that we have in Chelsea. So if you start counting Nigerians in Arsenal, there's so many of them. None Madueke. You have Waneri, then you have who again? You have the English called Nigerian. Even Eze is a Nigerian. Even Bukayo Saka is a Nigerian. But if you go to Chelsea, I know you have 1 or 2 Nigerians also playing there. But let's see what happens at this weekend. And then at the end of the day, tell us who carries the day. Musa, that's all I have for today. But before we go to Jimmy Cliff. Yes, Jimmy Cliff was in Nigeria in 1974.
He was in
Nigeria 1974. Jimmy Cliff, the world #1 reggae icon. Some may argue, why is he the first reggae icon? Well, Jimmy Cliff was the first person who took reggae out of Jamaica to England and to America before people like Bob Marley. It was Jimmy Cliff who took Bob Marley to Beverly Records for his second signing. It was Peter Tosh who taught Bob Marley how to play guitar. Nobody among this group taught Jimmy Cliff. So you can see he's an icon. He was the first reggae king. But in 1974, when he came to play for a contract, the contract was worth about 80,000 naira in 1974.
As of then,
yes,
money was still money.
Remember, Shagari was getting 50,000 naira salary in 1979.
Even as the president.
Yes. So Jimmy Cliff came here for a contract of 80,000 naira. It didn't work out. But before his coming, there were so many children in the airport, men, line up, singing, praising, but the show didn't hold. So O.C. Ibrahim and co. took Jimmy Cliff to court for a breach of contract. At the end of the day, this case was cast off. And Jimmy Cliff, having spent some days in cell, was released. So when he went back to Jamaica, he released a single titled "Have You Heard the News?" That single is in the album titled "If I Follow My Mind." So check it out. It's an old record. That's it for today on this show. Thank you so much for giving me the time.
Yeah, so we appreciate you. Thank you for coming on to the show today. And there you have it. We have come to the end of this package for today, and it came to you from Frontline TV. Thanks for watching. Remain blessed. Bye for now. Hello, once again, you're welcome to Frontline TV, and today we're going to be sampling more of the newspaper headlines, and also to keep you abreast with the happenings in Nigeria and even beyond, or should I say, behind the scenes. You'll be intimated, and don't forget.
But then again, the point I'm trying to make is that as much as you want. Hello, good day, and welcome to the media conversation on Frontline TV. I am Eddie Young Jonah,
and I'm Hepzibah Joseph.
Yes, so today we are going to be talking about something that is important, which is friendship, something we encounter every day of our lives. We are going to be looking at the real friendships, the fake ones, and everything in between.
Yes.
So, friendship, as we know, is one of the most important parts of our lives as humans. It's something that we cannot do without, and is one of the most beautiful yet misunderstood parts of life. So we have that one friend that we cannot live without. We feel like, oh my god, this person is like my backbone. And then we have that one friend that always gets on our nerve all the time. And sometimes we wish, oh, we never met that person. And then we also have some that we just cannot imagine life without them. And then, but what really defines true friendship is what we're actually going to be looking at today. And in today's world of social media, convenience and self-interest, are real friendships fading away? That's the question.
You know, people now use the word friendship loosely.
Yeah.
Someone
Now the
will
one
just
picking your partner for Italy.
hello and welcome to another episode of the midday conversation on Frontline TV. I am Hepzibah Joseph.
And I am Eddie Jonah. It's been a while. Yes, we've been here and we miss you guys so much. We miss having this mini but mighty conversations with. I miss having it with Hepzibah and expressing it to you guys. It's sweet. So it was very interesting. So but we are back now, and welcome to today's episode.
So today we'll be talking about something very interesting. Family expectations. The pressure to live the life for the life your family wants and make yourself happy.
Mm-hmm. So we are going
clashes.
Yeah.
Making your family happy and living the life you want
for yourself.
Most times it does not align with each other.
Mm-hmm.
So today we'll be talking about it.
Yeah, we'll be looking at it from the aspect of the career to marriage to lifestyle to finance, and every other thing in between. We are going to talk about how sometimes your life feels like it is not yours. You're living your life for someone else, and it's not supposed to be that way. You're supposed to feel it, So without further ado, we're going to get into the gist for today.
So today we are asking, where do you draw the line?
Yes, that's the big
between
question.
Honoring your family and making yourself happy.
Is your happiness, is depriving yourself of happiness worth the sacrifice that you're making? That's another question too. So let's start with the career pressure first of all. Many of us were forced into courses in school that we actually did not want to study.
Professional courses,
yes. As our parents would say, I want you to be a doctor. Mommy, I want to be an actress. Which actress? You want to go and be kissing people and in movie? And you want to
prostitute.
all those notions our parents had. You have to study medicine. It's a good course. You have to be a lawyer. Stand and
like the pride in telling someone that my child is a doctor, my child is a barrister.
This, my child is a nurse.
Sounds
She's in
good.
Obodo. Come on. The other things, if you tell them, imagine they feel like telling somebody that my child is an actress. It's like, so your child is kissing people, flipping people up and down. As a woman, you are supposed to not do that.
But there are other good parts of
There's so many things. And growing up, I feel like almost all of us had that experience. Whether you were born into a rich family or you were born into a poor family, your parents you must have had at some point. Well, maybe not all of us, but most of us. Yeah, so I think
It's say medicine is not it's not 4 years, it's more than
yeah,
that. You
yeah.
finish and you still go back for what you want. Law is 5 years.
Law is 5 years again, and then after the 5 years, you're still going to go to law school
Yes.
again before you now go and do your NYSC, or for those who take exemption and stuff. It's a
We
lot.
still have people that want to do masters. And the
It's giving
crazy
me
part of
chills.
crazy part of everything is they won't ask you what you want to
Yes,
do, like
yes. They
what
just
you love. They just
impose it.
instruct you.
Yeah.
Like, I want you to do this course. Sometimes some parents, they just want, because they were not able to do that, they want you to do it
Yes, to
instead.
do
It's like
yeah,
living their own life.
yeah, living their own life for them since they were not able to, and that's just wrong. Just wrong. Do you think it's wrong to tell your parents no?
No,
African parents, let me even be
there's
specific.
there's I
Nigerian
feel
parents.
there's a respectful way you can say no to them,
Hmm.
because it's not everything that is yes. They are not always right.
Of course,
There are
of
times
course.
that you'll be right and you'll be wrong.
Mm-hmm. Your parents are not in your head. They don't see your vision as you do.
Yes.
And the truth is that some Nigerian parents are still very shallow minded. Let's be honest. Not all. Some Nigerian parents, they still have that um backwardness, like that whole they feel like the world is still the same way it was
In
during their time. So they have this sometimes expectations of you that are not even realistic. Like, hello, come on, daddy, don't do that. So yes, just as you said, it's okay to say no. Just be like, daddy, with all due respect, mommy, I can't. This is what I want, and I'm going to go for it, whether you like it or not. If you're not comfortable with it, just go and pray. That's all I can say to you. Just go and pray.
God show you.
Yes. Let God show you that this is what I will do, whether you like it or not. So you just have to have this confidence and stand your ground, regardless of what your parents say.
Maybe difficult at times.
Yes, of course.
Nothing good come easy.
Nothing good comes easy. Take Hepzibah's words. Wise words. And after facing the whole career pressure, we all experience that. They now go into the aspect of marriage and relationships. Especially, I'm not even going to sound sexist. I'm not about to sound sexist now, but you know for a fact that this whole marriage relationship pressure is mostly on the ladies.
Yeah.
We know that for a fact. Let us not even try to argue it.
Especially when you're done with school.
Especially when you're done with
you
school.
feel the next step is marriage.
Alright. So now you're done with school. Hey, you have to, set
Bring
yourself,
husband.
especially when you're about to go for NYSC. Some people used to find their husbands in camp, in NYSC camp, or during the NYSC. So you have to be very nice and come back with husband. Oh. As how now? I don't even have money yet. I want me to bring husband. Come on.
Just on liability.
I'll just become a liability. Nobody wants a liability in their life. I don't want a liability. My future husband certainly does not even want a liability. So, I have to, breed myself up for them. As if marriage is a project or something.
This marriage stuff, self.
Hmm.
There. As a lady, I feel getting into marriage is something that it should be a personal decision.
Yes.
Because choosing the wrong husband is very bad, and you need to talk to God in things like this. This is a lifetime something, except you are entering with the mindset of getting divorced.
Yeah.
But you have to
mindset.
talk to God first and enter. And most ladies they see this marriage as poverty elevation.
Yes.
I'm entering marriage, I'm going to marry a rich man. And so that like that.
But then
what happened to you being rich?
What happened to you being rich? That's a good question. In as much as we don't want to marry somebody that's not rich, it doesn't mean that you should settle for this. It doesn't mean the person should be poor or anything. And what we are trying to say in essence is that somebody who is working towards their future, you see that they are putting in efforts, they have
Yes.
vision, and they are working towards that vision. That is like something that's tangible. It should not always be about money. Right from when I was small, they were always telling me to pray for my husband. Then I used to be like, I'm just 10. What will I be doing with husband? 12, I'm 13, I'm 15. What am I doing with a husband up till now?
Talking to
Why am I
future.
doing talking to God about my future husband? But if you look at it from a spiritual angle, it is good, yeah, to pray for your future. It's not just about the future husband. They also told me to pray about my future life and stuff. But then again, it shouldn't be something that parents will always be pressing their children on, especially their female children. Before they start pressuring a man about marriage, it's like when he's in his late 30s and his
Yes.
40s,
When he
like
has
that.
something doing.
When you feel like he's successful and has money and stuff. You know you are rich. Won't you get married? So me, I should now go and be a liability to somebody. It's not fair. It's not fair. I mean, people even after, like, ladies, after when they feel like, well, let me not even just make it about ladies. When they feel confident that, oh, this is the person for me, they enter, get married, the person change over time.
Yes.
Imagine being confident that this is the person for you, and maybe you won't pray sometimes and you feel like God has told you that is the person for you, and then later on the person becomes the Lucifer in your life. What will you do? Imagine a situation where they are now the one picking your partner for you, telling you, this way, this
Yeah. We have parents that feel we from this tribe, we don't marry from this particular tribe.
Yes, they are so bad.
We don't marry from this community. We don't. Sometimes it's the same tribe, maybe different local government or villages.
Yes,
you feel we don't marry from this village, like that.
Rivalry.
All the
Generational
pressure,
rivalry.
and maybe probably the person you're in courtship with is from that village.
Gang, 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 gang.
It's a struggle.
You're going to have to choose between your partner and your family. In a situation where, like, I love him, I'm going to choose him, and then you choose him, and then it turns out that he's a Lucifer,
and your parents are,
your
family is already,
they've disowned you.
You on your own.
Or the latter happens. Well, good for you. Some parents will say, marry this guy, he's a doctor, doctors are good people because he's a doctor. Or you marry this lady, she's teacher.
Calm.
Teachers are very
gentle.
She's gentle.
Fear calm people.
If anybody did not tell you, for better yet now. So the marriage is not something you do to make your family happy. In a nutshell, you're the person who is living to the house. You're like the person's house.
Living with the person.
Marriage
is partnership.
Yes, it's a contract.
Yes,
and it's not something. It's something that happens between you and the person that you're marrying, not between you and your parents. I be your parents and you. I be the person you get married to. You have to choose yourself and be wise and prayerful. Very, very prayerful. Because I'll not say more. So there's also the financial expectations, as we said earlier. This one. Another area is money, especially for firstborns.
You're being expected to take care of
your entire
family.
whole family,
your parents, your siblings. Sometimes you will be take care of your niece and nephew. Like the whole pressure. You see, money will not even stay because you're pushing it to. And the painful part of it is that you see these people, they will not actually work towards
getting something for themselves. They're totally dependent on you. My sister is there now, my brother, especially firstborns who are girls.
Yes.
Firstborn daughters. First daughters. It's not even, anyways, it's not even.
And when you refuse to help, you become a bad person.
And which is not right. This person is a human being too. Someone said something to me one time, and it's not as if I don't even consider myself to be somebody that, I don't know. Well, people see me differently anyway. But the thing this person said to me, said that he sees me struggle, like hustle a lot, but it's not evident. Like it doesn't show
Show on
on
your
my-
body.
I'm like, wow. That hits me. And the person didn't say it one time. He said it like twice on two different occasions. I was like, what do you mean? What is that supposed to mean? Anyways, I chose not to take it personal, but whatever the person meant by that, I leave it to the Lord. The point is that your money you're making should be for you as well.
Yes. Don't focus on taking care of others while
You're suffering.
you're suffering.
You're dying of
We try
hunger.
to balance helping our family members and
Yeah.
taking care of ourselves.
Yeah.
So we have lifestyle and freedom.
Mhm.
Some families want to control how you dress, the friends you keep, where you go to. From one.
I'm from 1 2.
My
Put a finger down.
my daddy is someone that I feel me to an extent I love it because the point I am today, I'm grateful to them for
Yeah,
who
for
they
them.
are, because you go online and you see ladies dressing indecent
Yeah.
and they are very comfortable with
With
it.
it.
Aside online, we see them
Call it
around.
body confidence.
But because before I leave the house, you have to go through my mom. She say, Hebs, but I don't like this dress. Go back.
And change.
You change it. So I have gotten so used to that even when I'm wearing something that is posing a part of my body, I feel uncomfortable. So from there, I'm okay. But the friendship part, be like, this person is going to lead you astray.
Yeah.
But sometimes people don't look who they are. You see someone just looking anyhow, you
but they are
feel
not.
this person is a rugged person, is a bad influence on my child. But sometimes they are not that. I have friends that you meet me with them and you feel this person will
Bad
affect
influence.
me wrongly. But to an extent, they are one of my strong pillar. People I can run to when I'm down, spiritually, anyhow.
Wow.
But seeing them, you don't know that one.
And our parents feel like once you reject that their like opinion
Yes.
about that thing, you are disrespecting them, you are being disobedient and rude and all of that. Just as you said earlier, parents can be wrong too.
Yes.
Yeah, they're not in your mind, or parents are not in your mind, or like you have a friend, you are the one who's with that person 24/7. You hear the things the person
People
say,
talk.
their thoughts they express towards you, the things they do. You know this person, but simply because your parent. Personally, how I grew up, my dad up till now he doesn't even like trousers. It's like a very orthodox home. They don't like when I wear trousers. I pierced my ears myself, and I looked like a very rebellious child. It's not even up to 3 years since I pierced my ear, and when I went to my dad, I was like, "Wow, look at you!" And
So
I
you
will
say
even
friends
go
have
there. He was
influenced
like,
you.
"Yes, they've influenced me." That he was busy saying to people that, "Daddy, please, you're watching this. Don't take this the wrong way." He was like, he told people that, oh, his daughter went to the school and she graduated and she didn't do anything on her ear. She just the same way she went to school. And then surprisingly I came. I'm always doing things that surprise me. And I'm like, did I commit a sin? Is piercing my ear a sin? He said, no, you don't say exactly. Let it be there. It is not a sin, Abi. The Bible does not condemn it. You are Christians. He said, yeah, she cannot. It was like, boy, I said, Daddy, calm down. And I had friends then, if he sees you with trouser, this person is a bad person, he automatically labels you a bad person. Or it could be that he saw something that I didn't see. Yes. I don't know. Because parents, just they used to say what an elder will sit down and see at the top of an Iroko tree, a palm tree. That even if you climb the top of that tree, you will not see it. It could be that some of them, because for some of them, yeah, he was right about them, and then for others, he wasn't actually right. Because I know those people myself. I have conversations with them, and so to some extent, he was wrong about those people, and I'm still friends with some of them till today. So it was only one girl. That one she attended Deeper Life. She used to wear skirts, baby clothes that time. Always cosmetics. He loved her. He always used to say, this is the only friend I know that you have that is sensible. I say, God. And do you know the very ironical part? That person was the worst. of all the friends I had, she was the worst. But I never said anything. I wasn't too close to her. The only thing that joined us together was my hair. She's come to make my hair then. I wasn't really close to her because I was scared that she was going to influence me in some kind of way. And then talking about influence, if people influence you, if we are like easily influenced by friends, you I would have been very influenced by now. Ha. So our parents basically, you see our parents.
Choosing yourself doesn't mean you don't love your family.
Yes.
It just means you're living your truth.
Yeah. So live your truth.
Yes. Just make sure what you're doing is right.
Yes. And as I said, our parents have trained us in such a way that we are able to discern right from wrong. So whether you are grown or you're not, at least you from teenage, you know that this is right and this is wrong.
Yes.
So you're able to identify. So at least they've done so much.
No matter what you're doing, know that you're not cheating your parents, you're cheating yourself. So focus on doing good.
Yeah, and we are not preaching hatred though. Just so you know, let us even emphasize on that. We are not saying you should become a rebellious child. There are some things that your parents will tell you, oh, it's wrong, and it actually is wrong.
Yes.
So sometimes you just listen, and other times you know for yourself that okay, this is. And besides, life is risky. So they might just be out of fear that they don't want you to get hurt. They're like, you should always play it safe. Parents always tell you to play it safe, but playing it safe doesn't always cut the it doesn't always give the result. Sometimes you just have to take the risk, take the leap if it is worth taking. And now we have to find a balance between everything. There has to be balance. Like how do you balance everything? Let me not even say
setting boundaries with love, communicating, remembering that your happiness matters too.
Yeah.
Set boundaries.
As Hebzibah said earlier, she said that you can still love your parents, honor your family, and still choose yourself. You don't always have to decide. It doesn't always have to be them, and then it doesn't always have to be you. Life is all about compromise, sacrifice, but there has to be a line between everything.
And sometimes try to communicate your feelings to your parents
respectfully.
I believe you understand.
Yes. If they don't, well, we'll just pray for you.
Talk to them, they will understand.
Some children that some kids, yes, children. By children, I mean people who are children to parents, obviously. They inherit their parents' stubborn genetics. They are very stubborn, adamant. They don't. It's the one they want to do, they'll do. And some parents are like that. Some parents don't know. They are, why are you so stubborn?
They forgot.
You forgot that it's you. It's from. Where did you get that from? You certainly did not get it from me.
It's from you.
Where did I get it from? It's from you. So as you are trying to talk to them, they might be so stubborn that, nah, you must do my own. Just okay, fine, no problem. Just end the conversation, walk away, and go and do what you still want to do. They'll see the result. When the result happens, they can't do anything now. It's still you now. It's not as if they can come and tie your hands. The bottom line is that what you have to do has to be the right thing. I mean, well, you can't always know the
positive result.
Yes. Sometimes even if it turns out to have negative results, they'll be like, I told you so. It is still part of life. Don't beat yourself up about it. It's part of life.
Mistakes are not failure.
Exactly.
It's just showing you another way to go about it.
Yes. I always tell myself that if I want to do something, I'll be like, well, I'm just going to try it. If it turns out good, fine. If it doesn't, I know I tried. That is what I always say. I tried it. So tomorrow, if I'm talking, than not trying. Because the guilt of not trying is what I don't even want to feel. I don't want to feel that, I didn't know I would have done it. Especially if it turns out to be good. I don't want to have that feeling at all. Let me do it. If it doesn't work out, fine. I tried it.
There are times that you feel like doing a certain thing and you decide not to do and do the other.
Opposite.
Then later you find out that you're like, and I felt like doing this, so like this happens to me.
Oh my God. That is part of life. Honestly, you can't always get it right. You can't always be too careful. You can't always be
Yeah.
too careful.
Being too careful, service.
Putting
Like you're
yourself,
being conscious of
yeah, too
everything.
conscious. And then
You
you're
want to
even
be
putting
perfect.
yourself.
Not everybody's perfect. We all make mistakes.
Exactly. Exactly. You have said it in a nutshell. You're even putting yourself in a position where you won't make mistakes most.
Yes.
Because I remember when I was
You're
in a
being
choir
very
one time,
careful.
I used to always try to sound very
Good.
beautiful. And in a beat to sound like that, I always be singing like in my head, or how do I even put it? I'm always sounding off key. The MD told me, Eddie, I notice what you do and I understand, but don't do that. We just relax and just go with the flow. And ever since I started going with the flow like that, I realized, oh, I actually sound better. I'm not even going to stress myself anymore. So just apply that to your life scenarios in general, you know.
You have emotional impacts.
Yes.
One thing you don't want to talk about is emotional impact, the guilt of
Mhm.
letting them down.
Yeah.
I feel I don't want to
Yeah.
embarrass them. Don't want to disappoint them.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you
Then
lose
you
yourself
forget.
trying to do that. You lose
Trying to be
yourself
the
trying to.
perfect child. If you check, sometimes all these black sheep in the family,
Yeah.
sometimes, oh, not all the time, those black sheep in the family, just because they refuse to succumb to the family's
Yes.
expectation towards them. And then parents as well. Please, people should try to not have too much expectations towards your children. They are still learning. See, even you at your old age, you are still making mistakes. Let
Learning
alone your
every
child
day.
that has not spent as many years as you have on this earth. Come on, give them some accolades sometimes. Let them, give them the luxury to do what they want to do. You know what I'm saying? So after all that, we have found the balance to everything, which helps by explained.
Mm.
It is important that you also be wise.
At the end of the day,
Yeah.
your family is very important, and
Yeah,
you're also
absolutely.
important.
Yes.
They're both important. We
Yeah.
need each other.
As I said, make choices with wisdom and communicate respectfully. Communicate respectfully. No matter what, they are your parents, they are your family. You have to be respectful in the way you talk to them. Talk to them with love and kindness, and live your truth.
Don't strike yourself to meet up expectation that does
Mm.
not define you or
And are
show you.
unrealistic.
Yes.
So
Just be you. Be happy.
yeah. We hope with these few points of ours, we have been able to convince you and not confuse you that putting yourself first is important. It's not bad.
It's not going against family.
Yes.
It does not mean you hate your family.
Yes.
You love them.
And for the parents aspect, we hope we have been able to convince you that letting your children make decisions for themselves is not a sin.
It's very good.
Yes. So if you enjoyed this episode and you have something you want to say, please leave a comment in the comment section and maybe share your experience as well. Somebody can learn from it. And share this video to somebody you think it might help. Somebody you think might be battling with something like this.
Yeah.
It might help them. You never can tell.
Very important.
Would love to see you in our next episode. Follow us and ciao. Adios.